Watching News Channel 3, live at 9. Well, we celebrate the beginning of a new year today. Many people around the world will mark the end of another important celebration.
It is the last day of Kwanzaa, and Memphian and five-time world kickboxing champion Anthony Elmore is doing something special for the occasion. Good to have you,
I'm so glad
always.
To be here. Happy New Year to you.
So each day of Kwanzaa signifies a certain
principle, the Nuga Saba, which is...
What's today's?
Today is faith. Faith in our people, faith in our country, faith in ourselves.
All right.
So, why, from your standpoint, why is Kwanzaa still so important to so many people?
Kwanzaa is important. For example, Memphis has a 63% African-American population. Kwanzaa tie in our African heritage and relates us back to Africa.
How so?
Well, for example, the average person have no background of Africa. If you ask a person, say, well, give me 5 ethnic African groups, they couldn't tell you. They know about Chinese food, other foods. People don't have any background. For example, if I were to ask you what African food that you probably indulge in, you probably wouldn't know that yourself. But I can give you a quick lesson.
Okay.
People don't know that coffee comes from Ethiopia. So that's an African food. Okay. For example, African Americans are into greens. Greens are not indigenous of America, so greens come from Africa. So what we do, Kwanzaa it's a celebration, but it's also an education. So what I'm here today for is to help educate people about our African heritage, the culture, the language, and what we're doing today, we're cooking African food. It's free. We're inviting everybody to come to our house, enjoy Kwanzaa. We got music, dance, and just a great celebration.
And you want the public to come. They don't have to have met you or your wife, who is from Ethiopia, actually.
Right. I invite strangers to our house all the time. And we got to have faith in ourselves. Come to our house, come eat, enjoy yourself, make yourself a home. You know, we're trying to bring excitement.
I was going to ask, Amp, when people learn about the diversity of Memphis and other people who may not look exactly like them, how do we all benefit from this?
Well, diversity helps bring people together. Diversity, diversity helps us to grow. For example, the Germans brought the beer. You know, different ethnic groups bring things. For example, with the Hispanic, you can go to a Mexican restaurant, you go to Italian restaurant. Right. Diversity is exciting. That's what makes us great. I mean, with the music, the culture, you want diversity. That's what makes America a great country.
When did you first begin your travels to the African continent and really develop your own? Like, for instance, you have an all-African house in Memphis. The decor is from all different countries.
Yeah, right. What happened was, in 1989, Memphis and May honored Kenya.
Okay.
And so I got a chance to connect in with the Kenyans. And at that time, I had my movie, The Contemporary Gladiator. And I
remember that quite well, yes.
I got my movie played in Kenya. And I went to Kenya, and I had a spiritual awakening. I was on safari in Kenya, and my ancestors came to my soul and grabbed me and said, you go tell your people to come home to Africa, and I've never been the same.
Very quickly here, what was that experience like for you?
Well, the same thing happened to Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor went there, and he just changed his whole demeanor. Going to Africa, you touch the spirit of your ancestors. In fact, I was in Kenya in 2013. I met President Obama's grandmother, and she saw me, and I was with her, and she said, I'm your grandmama too.
Wow.
Wow. And so you get to bring that back here to Memphis, and you're welcome. Here is the information.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Happy Kwanzaa.